Hey, I've come out of hibernation and I've got something to check out. Gin Bonanza 3.
I'm wasting all my time thinking of the things we could do. If you gave me one more sign, I could find a way to break through, a way to break through.
Ooh, it's a 2-liner ENC glider. So straight away you can see a very, very narrow leading edge. It's nice reinforcing, quite a shark nose step. And very slender lines up the top. So there's your A's. It's a little split there. And the C's. Nice little handle. Super thin lines. And when you come up to the glider, they get even thinner. This is the top. So I'm expecting this thing to fly fast and glide well. Let's see. Okay, Gin Bonanza 3, look at that leading edge. It's all wavy. It looks weird. I'm not used to that. You know, you expect the leading edge to be all like beautifully clean and straight. But this has got this whale leading edge. Feels exactly the same. It's accelerated a bit. Feels pretty more normal. Go to full bar. Woohoo! It's immediately responsive. That's a super quick little turnaround. Woohoo! I'll try and give you an idea on that cornering. If we go weight shift in and we do a little turn on my normal point, that's a 180. That feels nice. Okay, let's get a little bit more clearance from the terrain, shall we? So I'm feeling a nice smooth weight shift transfer. It's definitely not resisting my weight shift. It's giving me a bit of freedom there around the center point, which is very nice. That's kind of half brake and it feels just as normal, solid. That's where I would expect it to be, around about close to stall. There we go. A little bit of a kind of a sink back in the stall point there, so I think it indicates you're going to be careful flying on deep brake, like any wing really, like a C. But it's not like that sort of E and B kind of resistance and immediate There's that little kind of linger in the stall point. It's entirely predictable on its exit there. So I'll do a sort of a climb out turn and a force the brake on the inside. That's where it's very, very slight slip. I'll do it again. It's kind of like somebody thermaling too hard. Again, it's like a smooth, slightly delayed response on kind of biting back into the air. Feels very predictable and nice on that. We just go for big ears. Flapping around and feeling kind of a little bit unsettled there. I'm going to use a bit of bar. These are big ears. Okay, coming off the bar and just leaving it. Do some pitch. See how much freedom it's got forward. Second pitch cycle. What? Quite a bit of energy. Okay, so that's definitely that kind of like, yeah, you're going to have to catch that forward dive. You definitely need to be a sea pilot ready for that freedom in active flying conditions. Just a standard old spiral. I'm putting in brake, then I'm doing weight shift, and I'm letting it go around. 360, hands up, lots of G-force. I'm letting it smoothly exit. I'm going to continue that turn on the inside. Woo! That'll blow your hair back. So you can definitely pull up G-forces if you're spiraling, which indicates you're going down as well. Hold on to your hat. Let's just play around a little bit. I'm just going to like weight shift the other way. Okay, there's a very mild energy there. So on the turn energy, smooth and over. It's quite a long feel. So you need this long, give it time to do everything. Like it. Very nice. It's kind of in between. It's not super playful, but it's not restricted. I like this weight shift freedom. It's like a smooth control. And then the fact that you don't have a real hook on the brake means that you're going to have this kind of smooth power steering feeling. That's what I'd say. That's all I can tell you on that little flight. Feels like a high C to me. I think you need to know your stuff to fly the glider. But if you do, it feels really nice. Like power steering, smooth control, feels really good in the air. I'll go and chat to Gin a little bit more and find out some more information. Hello! Check out this service. Hey guys, I'm here with Alexander at the Gin stand, and we're going to talk about the Gin Bonanza 3. So can you tell me a little bit about the wing? Like, what's the idea behind it? What problem is it solving for pilots?
Through the wave leading edge, the most benefit that is more stable and that it even climbs better.
The wave leading edge, it looks like you can see it's professionally done. But the idea just blows my mind that they've messed up the leading edge to give you more lift. How does it actually
Our
work?
stitches work very good, very detailed. It's all about the airstream. So because of these channels that we have through the wave, and airflow is more near at the canopy, so it climbs better, more lift. And even in unstable conditions, the canopy is more stiffer, and you can really cut through like with a knife.
I didn't have a chance to feel that in Stubai Glide.
Yeah.
But how does it translate to, let's say, thermaling? Can you feel a difference between say, Bonanza 2 and a Bonanza 3?
The canopy is really harder because the two-liner concept, it's different. Even in speed, especially in speed, that's very important to fly faster and longer. That's the best benefit in comparison of Bonanza 2 and 3, I would say.
If I was going to class it and I was saying a pilot is just coming along and he's got maybe 75 hours and he wasn't a high B and he was like, oh, I'm going to get a C. To me, it feels like it's a little bit out of reach for the first timer. Like it's for performance, for somebody that knows their stuff. They're on their game, they've got SIV training, they're flying 100 hours a year and they're like current. Is that the right sort of, am I getting the right feeling?
You know, there's a new topic coming up in the C class, the C two-liner, and yes, it's for experienced pilots. You should know how to control your wing in every situation, but it's still more resistant. If for turbulences, so it makes it easier. But we don't want to have a false impression that hey, it's you have a glider and now you go to a C glider because it's super easy.
I had quite a lot of freedom to dive forward. This energy, which can be for pilots that are nervous or not used to thermic conditions. This is always where the collapse comes from. It's not that glider has to resist the turbulence, it's the pilot makes this mistake. And then they have the asymmetric and they say, oh, the glider's so unstable, but it's always like, and I felt like it was noticeable that it has this freedom.
Yes, and the glider wants to get in front. He wants to go before you and to catch the next thermal, to get faster and climb more fast. And that's the best benefit in comparison with the Bonanza 2 or with the Camino.
And is there anything to be particularly careful of with the two-liner? Is the trim more critical than a three-liner? I'm thinking a pilot flying for 200 hours, he never gets service. Is it more important on the two-liner?
Yes,
have the trim?
We have the trim is you have to check the wing after 1 year instead of 2 years. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's always, every 1 year.
Yes.
After. Yeah. Okay. This is it's a good point to think about when you get a high performance glider. It does demand more maintenance and care. Particularly, I saw on the top, all the lines are super thin. So thanks, Alexander.
Thank you. Thank you.
And,
enjoy.
Good luck with the show.
Thank you.
Hope you sell thousands of them.
Enjoy your stay in Stubai.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And you want to fly again tomorrow? No problem.
Okay, cool. Maybe we fly something else from Gin.
For sure.
Let me know in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay,
yep.
cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. Learn everything you need to know about flying two-liners in my special report. If you're thinking of getting a new wing, find out if you're ready to upgrade in the free guide that matches your hours to wing classes. Thanks to Monica, Johanna and Florina and everyone involved in the Stubai Cup. I had a great time and recommend you come next year.